No confusion. He said, she said.
Hey, it's me, Wanda B, and you are tuned in to He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com. I'm back. This is exciting today. I have with me none other than Sandy Red. Hello, Sandy.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. I am so excited because not often do I get to talk to a hometown celebrity, a songstress that is just amazing. I'm going to give some of the people a little bit of recap of who you are. You're a powerhouse, a songwriter. I mean, you have all these commas behind your name: singer, songwriter, actress, entrepreneur. You do it all, right? Can you hear me? Did I lose you? Did you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you now.
So you just you're doing it all, which is so exciting. So we want to know a little bit about. I called today's show "The Shades of Sandy Red" because we want to hear all about you and all the facets of Sandy Red. So in our show today, "The Shades of Sandy Red." Sandy, tell us. These are the things I want to know. So I'm going to ask my questions. You all can come along for the ride. So, what made you? When did you start singing? Like, what was your inspiration to sing?
My mom was a singing powerhouse, and she taught me and my 7 brothers and sisters how to sing.
All 7?
Literally, it's 8 of us. So I'm one of 8. Yeah.
And you all sing?
Yep. Absolutely.
That is beautiful. Did you sing in the church choir or did you all sing? Did you have like a Jackson group? Did you have the Sandy Red group? What did you all do?
Look, my mom, she was a mixture between the Jackson 5 meets the Clark sisters. Like, she would get us up in the mornings and, have our lessons, working on our scales on the piano and everything. We'd have Bible study, all of this other stuff. Like, she was definitely the inspiration and the force behind what it is that you guys see today. So I give all credit to her.
I love that. I love that inspiration that she was always pushing you. So your other siblings, they sing as well now too? Do they still do it?
Absolutely. They do it in different capacities. One of the ones that are doing it on a more professional level, my sister, Miss Michelle, she sang behind Smokey Norfolk and BB and CC Wanda. She's been on shows with Oprah and all of this other stuff. So yeah. My brothers have toured with Tony Braxton. Another one of my brothers have written with Babyface. Like, we come from a huge musical family.
I love it. So you're all right. You always, I love that. I just love that your family, and I am familiar with your sister. I think she's been interviewed a few times here at Intellectual Radio as well. Just amazing. That is amazing. So
thank you.
I don't know if I know they're familiar with because we all followed it. I want to know about the voice. I told you I'm going to ask the questions I want to know. So just to recap, you guys, that everybody picked Sandy Red between Jennifer Hudson, Adam Levine. I mean, you were the chosen one of the show. What was that like to be on The Voice? What is the process? I'm asking you tons of questions. First, tell me the process.
So the process is you go through all of these different stages of auditions. There's the cattle calls where you have to stand in these long astronomical lines. A lot of people don't know that I tried out for The Voice at least 4 times before I actually made it the year everybody saw me.
Really?
So
4
I've
other
driven
times
all the way down. Yeah. I've taken a drive to Atlanta and slept on the Georgia Dome floor. I've been down here in Chicago in my own city, standing in these long cattle call lines to try to, at least get noticed. And so, it's definitely a process. But, if you're blessed enough to make it through, and I feel like I made it through during the right time that I was supposed to, it's all in God's timing now. But if you're blessed enough to make it through, then you go down to LA and you go through that process, and then it's what you guys see on television. So, but it's all definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
But I love the hard work and dedication that you've put towards your craft nonstop to make it to that point. Guys, if you read like her accolades, the just how accredited she is, and the time you have spent to that, and to narrow this is narrowed down to such few people who actually get to that point to even make it
Yeah.
on the stage. Like, what's the
Yeah.
number of people that make it to the stage of The Voice?
Mm. You gotta think about it. Like there's hundreds of thousands of people that are trying out all over the world. I
All over
think they
the
do it
world.
all over the world. And then the judges can each only take, I want to say it's 12.
So out of the world, at four, so at the most 40 people are it is down to,
Yeah, 48
out of
people.
applicants who are coming from every state of the United
Yeah.
States besides other countries, and you made it to that stage. I have
Yeah.
chill bumps. That's huge.
And it's exciting too, because you work so hard, you spend so many years, and for people who aren't familiar with you, they're like, oh my gosh, she just came out of nowhere. No, I didn't. I don't put in this work. I don't put in this time. I've been in this game, I mean, singing all my life, but really when I focused on pursuing it as a career, it's been going on 12 years now. And, every minute, every second is worth it when you're grinding, doing something that you love to do and that you're passionate about.
And you're excellent at your voice. I was listening to your newest single, and as this song is powerful. We're going to listen to it towards the end of the show. Just amazing the work you are working on. So this is your first album. Did I read that?
This is my first official. So can you hear me?
Now I can. Repeat what you just said for
Can
me.
you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Can you repeat what you just
Yeah,
said?
this is my first. Yeah, this is my first official album. I had two EPs that came out prior to it. So they were, just short bodies of work where it's like 5 or 6 songs or so. But now this is my first full length album where I'm really putting my heart and my soul into it. Definitely a rock soul experience. And it's called Seeing Red, because I really want for people to not only just see the process, the anger, the pain, the hurt, the self-love, the whole journey that went behind, making this project. I really want them to see the heart of me. So that's why I see in red with 2 doggone D's.
I love it. Seeing red. So what do you have a favorite song on this EP?
Well, right now for this album, my first single is called Live and Breathe Again. So, and it's my dedication and my ode to my people, because of everything that we're going through, with the police brutality and, the Black Lives Matter movement and, just, seeing what could possibly happen even to your own sons and your own daughters. And, I wanted this song to be the voice of those who have passed away, that dedicated their lives to the civil rights movement, who died through slavery, who's even died through the forms of police brutality today, to let the world know that we may be gone, but we're not forgotten. And as long as, the people who are alive today continue to do the work to change how people view Black life, then they will continue to live and breathe again through us.
I love the message. I love
Yeah.
that message. That and so powerful with what's going on in the world right
Yeah.
now. And I love that you are on the pulse of that to know what we need to hear. Listen to the song, and it's so soothing. It's all like a medicine for us to have this kind of music that touches our soul and makes you understand and feel what we're going through at the moment. We have a question that is coming in from the viewers here on Facebook, and Tim King says he wants to know about the movie you're in.
Come on, Tim. Hey, the movie is called Ignite Your Love. It's written and directed by Miss Stacey Gill, aka Miss Breezy, and it's my first starring role in a full length feature film. So I'm really excited about that, because even though I love to sing, I act as well, and my acting a lot of times gets overshadowed by the singing. So this is the first project that I have where I'm not singing at all.
Wait, not singing at all? The movie, you're
Not even a little
not
bit.
one song?
I can't even pretend like I can sing in a movie. at all.
I love it. Now, when does that come out? When can we look forward to that?
Well, right now, because of COVID and everything, it sort of kind of pushed things back. But please stay tuned for the release date. The official trailer is out where people can see it to at least get the gist
Oh,
of
I
the
want to
movie
see
on
it.
YouTube. Yes, it's called Ignite Your Love, and I play a relationship expert that helps all of my friends and everybody around me with their relationship issues through the art of the five love languages. But for whatever reason, I can't manage to get my own in check. So it takes you through that journey.
Oh, I want to see that. I love it. I love the concept. I can't wait to see it. That's gonna ignite your love.
Yes, Ignite Your Love.
Okay, that is something to look forward to. I like to see our home. So you're an actress as well, right?
Yeah, I've been acting all of my life as long as I've been singing. Before COVID hit, I was actually on a year-long national Broadway tour that got put a stop to. I've been in musical stage plays, I've done television and film and things like that. And so, this film really speaks to, my additional gifts that I have aside from the singing that people usually see in the forefront. So I'm really excited about it.
I love that. You are so multi-talented. It is amazing. So between music and acting, do you have a favorite or you like to that you can go back and forth between them?
Oh, if I had to pick, I cannot live without music. It fuels me, it feeds me, I could not survive without music. When I'm feeling some type of way or feeling low, all I got to do is get on the stage and I instantly start to feel better. I instantly start to pick up. So music all the way.
Oh, so rock soul. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a I when I read that and you mentioned it today, I'm like, that's a genre that isn't usually touched on by the people. Like I love it. And you have to, if you don't have her other songs, we play them. We were listening to it earlier today, intellectualradio.com. We play some Sandy Red, I will say, on a daily basis. So I the producer said, we have all her songs. Which one? I was like, no, we're playing the new single. He's such a fan of some of your other ones. I was like, no, you have to play the new one. That's
Oh,
today. So
thank you.
how did you come up with rock soul? I know you didn't come up, but what's the concept? What made you move towards rock soul? You have a, a history in other forms of music, other genres. Why rock soul?
I feel like it's been done before. It just hasn't been labeled that. Because you fit into these boxes of either the R&B or the pop or the rock, or there's never really a combination of the two. But I feel like Tina Turner did it perfectly. I feel like Michael Jackson did it, and so rock soul, because the way that I perform has this rock style high energy to it. But because of the raspiness and the thickness and sultry textures of my voice, it can't be labeled as anything but soulful. So that combination of that rock soul sort of just kind of takes you over. That's the only way that I can describe it.
That's a great and now when you mentioned the other artists that do you like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, I can see where you that rock soul is the perfect name for it. So who's your
yeah.
favorite artist?
Ooh, favorite artist today, I would have to say Jasmine Sullivan, because I feel like we share similar textures and voice. And sorry, you froze there a little bit. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Just
Okay.
I can hear you.
Then I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, but Jasmine Sullivan, we share a similar texture and voice, but she is just a vocal phenomenon, and I put her in the same category as like a oh my God, what's the gospel great Kim Burrell, Lord Jesus, on the gospel side. So yeah, Jasmine Sullivan definitely one of my most favorites today. But I always go back into the categories because I'm a gospel fan. My mother grew us up on the gospel music, so the Clark sisters, the Winans, the Commission, you know, um, those people, along with the Michael Jacksons and the Whitney Houstons. Just I love those genres.
That I will say, when you mentioned Jasmine Sullivan, I was like, oh, I think Sandy Red tops a Jasmine Sullivan in my mind. But I definitely,
Oh God. Look, I be trying to study her runs. They be having run challenges all over social media. Just people be trying to, even I be trying to sit down and mimic her runs because they're so effortless and so perfect. Like she's dope.
oh my goodness, you're dope as well. I will
Oh,
say
thank
that
you.
like I'm a big fan, girl crush on Sandy Red. We seeing Red today.
Thank you.
So I'm excited by this. I was reading for over 40 million people watched you on The Voice. That is
Yeah.
huge. The out how much you've reached over this world. Our hometown. We want to claim you here in the Chicagoland area, but you have touched
Yes.
the world. So you've been on Broadway as well.
Yeah, we're supposed to go back between this August and September. It's just kind of been on hold because of COVID, and they hold a lot of importance to making sure that when we return that it's safe. So we're one of the only national tours that has not canceled. So yeah, for Jesus Christ Superstar.
I was going to ask you, what are you in? Jesus Christ Superstar. Who do you
Yeah,
play in there?
I'm one of the soul girls that sing behind Judas. So
Who?
very sassy. So
Singing
it's
behind
definitely
Judas.
yes.
I love
It's
it.
an amazing production that was brought on by a couple of cats from London who started the this version of Jesus Christ Superstar in London, and they brought it over here um, to Chicago. I want to say a couple of years ago, and I did the production at the Lyric Opera House in Chicago with this same company. And when they turned it into a national tour, I flew down to New York. I'm like, okay, I got audition. I got to try out, and I landed it. So yeah, we were on tour for about 8 months before COVID hit, and so they're going to continue it once everything sort of comes back together somewhat.
So, what have you been doing during these times of COVID? See, you're making new music. We have this
Yeah,
new EP. You're seeing Red Living, and we have this new single. So,
yeah,
I know so much has changed for you. You artists
yeah,
that stay on the road now, and life is so different. Like, how
yeah.
has that impacted you and your career? Besides, I know you're taking a break on Broadway, but what
Yeah.
other? How has that impacted you?
Wanda, I have to be honest. I went through a period of depression because I mean, what people don't see the parts where I went and gave up my entire house. I packed everything. I put it in storage to take the Broadway opportunity because I knew that I would be on the road for 1 to 2 years. I completely repositioned my children, who I've been a single mom with for the last 15 or so years. So there was a lot of adjustments that were made to continue traveling, to continue my Red Fever tour, to, being on the Broadway circuit and everything like that, coming from The Voice and that high, and then to be sent home to absolutely nothing. So, I had to readjust and reevaluate some things and go through a self-love period, just really focusing on making sure that I was okay mentally and emotionally, because that was a huge hit. COVID messed up a lot of people when it comes to our profession in this music industry. So yeah, it sat me down for a second, but it also allowed me to, a lot of self growth in the process. So I'm definitely thankful for that.
I love how you said that, and it really touches when we see people. If we're dealing with it from a level, to see people on your level, this is something we're all going through, and seeing how you're recovering, how you are healing, how you push back, how you come back, how you stay on top, how you adjust it for these times is inspirational for
Yeah,
us to see. It is, and I love that you are so authentic and open with sharing how this has impacted you as well. So I think we sometimes need to hear that from the stars and the people that we look up to and our role models, that they go through some of the same things we're going through. So I
Yeah,
appreciate that you being so candid about that.
thank you. Because I mean, we're human. And so often you see somebody in the limelight, and there's always this painted picture of perfection that you're trying to live up to. That's completely unrealistic. Everybody is human. Everybody sleeps and does the other thing at the other end, if you know what I mean. Like we all are the same. We all are affected in the same ways. And, I'm tired of hiding it. I'm tired of feeling like I can't be my full self in front of my fans who support me. So I think it's important for people to know.
I so appreciate it. And we really are authentically getting to see Red today. So Tim King said he has a question here. He wants to know, I put on my glasses, my red glasses. I'm all red out, you all, because in honor of my Sandy Red Day. What do you
Yeah.
do to keep that shape, Sandy Red?
Oh God. I exercise like a mad dog. I made a post about this. I want to say a few days ago, maybe less than a week ago, because I actually struggle with my weight. Because I'll set a goal. Like, let's, for example, for the movie role, I had to get down to a certain size, and so I'll hit that goal, and then all of a sudden I'm like, yay, I hit the goal, and then I'll start eating again to celebrate. So, I'm exercising like crazy. I'm in the gym all the time. Running, I do at least 3.5 to 4.5 miles every single day.
Every
Whether it's
day?
on every day, every day, whether it's on a treadmill or running outside, I'm doing 3.5 to 4.5 miles every day.
Oh, no
So yeah,
wonder then how you keeping in shape. You're staying in shape by staying active. I love it. What is the do you watch what you eat as well?
oh God, I have periods of watching what I eat. So, I'll because I went vegan for about 7 months at one time. So I know the proper ways to eat and carry my diet. And so I have those stints where I'm really good about it, but I'm a sweets person. So soft cookies, cakes, pies, ice cream, all of that really gets me. And I have my binge moments. But when I'm right, I'm right. When I'm wrong, I'm way wrong.
I love it. I love how personal. We really do sometimes want to know like the behind the scene. How did they do that? How did they, and how honest and authentic you are. Definitely a rock soul. You definitely embody everything that you do. It is so genuine, and we really appreciate that. Just how candid and genuine that you are. So, what is your about this Seeing Red, this EP that's out? What would you
Yeah.
like us to know? Like, dive into the songs and the writing, the music, and the impact and feel of what you put into this for us.
I really wanted to uncover the truth. That's the best way I can describe this album. I really wanted people to see all of me. So often, when you see the pictures and the videos and all of that stuff on social media, and you see the people see the parts that they admire, but they don't see the insecurities that come behind that. Like I talk very openly about, my cellulite and my little dimples and my, the things about my body that I've always hated, that I'm learning how to love and really embrace. And so you're going to get pieces of that. You're going to get pieces of that self-love journey that I had to go through in order to be able to talk about these things today and be as open about it as I am today, because I want somebody to be able to feel like their imperfections are still perfect. The heartbreak, the different things that I went through with, my breakup and all of that, the pain and the anger and all of that stuff that comes along with that. So they're really gonna get a chance to see the truth behind Sandy Red.
I love it. Do you write? Did you write the songs that are on this EP?
Yes, most of them, absolutely.
Wow. So we really will be able to hear and feel it straight from you. With now, do
Yeah.
you enjoy writing? When do you write? Do you like sit down?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it what is your method to writing a song?
I've gotten this question before. I honestly don't think I have one. I'm just like, I have musical Tourette's. It's really bad. Because I could be on a treadmill and just be chucking along and will blurt out and start singing. And next thing you know, I'm stopping the treadmill to record something on my phone that I heard in my head. Like, oh my God, I can't forget that. Or I'll be in the middle of a grocery store or just at home and it just comes out. And then I'll just start writing. It's not like I just sit down and say, oh my God, I'm going to write today. So my ideas just come sporadically. It's literally like musical Tourette's. So it just happens all over the place.
You are hilarious. It just
Oh, yeah.
pops out. A song pops out on the treadmill.
Anywhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what are your children? Because if my mom was as huge as you've seen your children, what do they think of Sandy Red? Well, I mean, they have to be some proud little kitties because I know I would be like, that's my mama. That's my
Oh,
mama.
yeah. They are definitely proud. I think they respect what I do more because I've always made sure that in the midst of my career and my successful moments that I've always put them first. Before I go to the studio, I'm helping with homework. Before I go out of town, I'm making sure that my sons have everything that they could possibly need. If my son needs help on the test for his 7:30 class and I'm in California, I'm waking up at 5:30 to make sure that I'm online with him. I'm always making sure that, despite me following my dreams, that I've always made sure that they've been able to live their regular, normal lives, being in travel and basketball teams and making sure I'm the loudest one and the first one in the crowd, so they're my biggest supporters.
I love that. And the balancing act that must take to be an
Yeah.
entertainer in the industry and still make it to the games. I feel
Yeah.
exhausted listening to it. And I'm like, wow, because that's huge. That is
Yeah,
huge.
this is no sleep over here.
I love it though, but and we thank you because we don't even always think about when we're listening to your music what you've had to do to get it out to us. We sit
Yeah.
for those 3 minutes and enjoying it and not think of all the sweat, tears, time that's put into it for us. So we appreciate that because it rock soul. When I read that, I was like, I love that term because having
Yeah.
met you I mean that you emulate rock soul. You're
Thank you.
you embody that. And your music does as well. So I'm excited to hear the music. So I'm going to ask you to introduce to us this single and tell us about it as we go in to hear the music.
Absolutely. Presenting Live and Breathe Again from my new album, Seeing Red. This is definitely a song that gives voice to those who have lost their lives, to the civil rights movement, even to down to the point of what we're going through today. So definitely give ear to it because as long as we continue to do the work to make sure that people's minds are changed about the importance of Black life, their lives and the loss of it will not be in vain. They will live and breathe again through us.
Thank
So
you
here
for
we
coming
go.
on the show. And here is Live and Let Breathe. Thank you.
Get up now and do our tears. This is so much as we super ready, have no fear. Fighting for our lives, if it's stronger than the fears. You don't you good, you raise us up, we're here. Never must we get our power through our tears. With answers on our chest, we're super ready, have no fear. Fighting for our lives, if it's stronger than the fears. Don't you